I just shot my daughter and shot all my grandkids, and I'll be sitting on my step, and then when you get here, I'm going to shoot myself.
What is the address that you're at, sir?
2550 Northwest, 25 Terrace, Don Spears. Every one of them are dead.
You said your name is Don Spirit?
Yep.
All right, Don, what kind of gun do you have?
It doesn't matter what kind of gun I got. They're all dead, and then when you get here, I'll shoot myself, and then you figure out what kind of gun it is.
How long ago this happened, Don?
I don't want to hear it, man. I'm done with every fucking thing. Just bring the motherfuckers out here, that's all. You got all the kids are dead in the house.
Okay, how many people? Okay, how many people?
6 kids, 1 adult.
6 kids and 1 adult?
Yeah. One of them is a baby.
Alright, Don, is there any way you can stay on the phone with me till I get somebody there to help you?
What's that?
Can I have you stay on the phone with me?
No, not that. I'm waiting for them to get here. When they get here, I'm going to shoot myself on my back step. All I'm doing is waiting for them.
So you're sitting on your back steps?
Yep. I just shot my daughter and shot all my grandkids.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakatadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noise in this gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, whatever it may be. Man, brothers, this shit getting real turned up. It's getting real wild out here. I just came across a story which is on TikTok. Now, I don't know if this is satire or anything like that because I haven't seen it in the news, but it was uploaded 3 days ago, which says UK News. So I'm assuming this is a real story. But let's just say if it isn't, which I really believe it is, but let's just say if it isn't a real story, you still have ordeals like this taking place right here in Babylon because people are at their wits' end. You know, you got to think about it. They just had a president that they put their trust and faith and love in that just damn near got assassinated. Then the economy is going to shit. Everything is going up. The cost of living is going up. People are pretty much at their wits' end with everything that's seemed to come about because you gotta understand these Edomites, man, they prided themselves in taking our people down and shit, living gloriously off our misery. But now that the tables are turning, these Edomites, they don't know what to do with themselves, man. So you heard this story. He said that he shot 6 people. He shot his daughter, and I think he shot like 6 of his grandkids or his grandkids or some shit like that. And he said when the Esau pulls up, he's gonna pretty much shoot himself. So shit is getting turned up out here, and the fact that this is biblical, the Lord said he was going to set in variance the household. You're going to have odds. You're going to have inner fightings and divisions on all levels. Okay, not only divisions among politics and civil matters, but divisions among the workforce, divisions among family members, division among children. Okay, division among the police force. You know, all these things is coming down the pipe because the Lord is separating. He's severing the ties of this wicked ass kingdom. So people are on edge, man. I mean, to the point you fucking pull up on somebody at a red light, man, they liable to shoot at your ass, man, or run you off the road. Or, you know, it was one video that this one dude, I think it was in Chicago or something, dude was in traffic and he was like literally hitting people's cars. He was walking in traffic and he was actually trying to vandalize people's cars as they was driving by. And one dude hit his ass and ran him over. Then you had another account that dude was actually shooting at fucking vehicles, man. You know, I remember they had a couple of years ago, it was one guy, man, he was like sniping people from overpasses and shit, and you just never know. You be driving down the highway or the E-way, whatever you want to call it, and all of a sudden a fucking brick hit your goddamn car and you end up flipping over and crashing. Because this is the type of time people are infested with demons, man. Okay, it was a spirit of death on this man that made him do what he did. And in fact, he called it. He called it in. Okay, the Lord is releasing the spirit of vengeance out here. And if you look at people, man, they're not wrapped too tight. They're not in the. These people are not in the tranquil spirit, man. They worried. You seeing more Edomites homeless, more on drugs. You know, them dingy crackers, them Edomites with all the tattoos and the lice infested beard and the boots. You know, just with the bandanas on, man. Them derelict Edomites. We call them third row Edomites, man. The crazy pirate looking motherfuckers, man. You know, you gotta watch out for these people. You know, people's on drugs. Drug usage at an all-time high. You got some shit called Trank. You know, basically it's a drug that they said that basically it got like a fucking 90% mortality rate. Turns you into a zombified state. You know, but you got this asshole, this picklehead nigga by the name of Vocab Malone that wants to roll up to the state camps and harass us, but yet he's not even speaking out against the tyranny of the world, man. But yet he called himself a evangelist. Fuck out of here, man. So anyway, I was reading some comments, man, and people said they see it. Okay, she says, evil in this world is almost unimaginable. I agree, so dangerous and sad out here. Yeah, because the scriptures say perilous times shall come. Perilous goes into dangerous. Nowhere is safe anymore, man. And this is why people are migrating from these major cities and they're relocating, whether it be to the countries or to the rural countries and rural areas are the same thing. Whether people are just living on the road, people are buying campers, man, and they're just living as they go. Like, honestly speaking, man, like, shit, if we didn't have such an important work to wake up the hopeful elect, honestly speaking, getting a camper and living over the road wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, you get a camper for as little as $50,000, depends if they use. But if you want a good one, you're gonna pay some good money for it. But I mean, the long-term investment that's a good investment, long-term wise. You know, because I mean, you coming and going, it's self-sustainable. You know, and you just on a prowl, you going. You may drive to Oklahoma, you may park there for 2 weeks, then you may drive all the way out to Colorado, park there for a week, drive to Missouri, stay out there a couple of days, and you know, you're just like a pilgrim, as the scriptures say, when those evils come, be as pilgrims on the earth. So when shit hit the fan, we can't stay stationary, man. You know, but nonetheless, Esau Edom is losing it. Okay, this is why we tell you, man, be careful around these devils, man, because like I said, they're not hinged. They're not. It's a movie called Unhinged with this guy Russell Crowe. One bad accident or one bad mishap led him to a whole day of crime, to him putting motherfuckers to death because he was unhinged. And that's a good movie to watch, especially compared to how people are acting today. You know, it says, this is why I'm scared to live with anyone. You never know what your family members are thinking. Well, not only that, it's the fact that the Lord puts a spirit on people to do these things. That was a spirit of vengeance. He had a death angel on him. Demonic people still think this is a game. Yeah, well, you people ain't seen a goddamn thing yet. Look at her. Yeah. See, this is what people think this shit is about. I'm not going to play our video because, you know, copyright, I ain't trying to invade. But nonetheless, you think this is what people think is about. Here, this world is going to shit, and you still got motherfuckers making TikTok videos like everything is okay. But one day, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to turn the tables on this place, and he's doing it now, man. You know? So anyway, Don Spirit. And that's the spirit. I think his name was Don Spirit. You know, when you go into the word spirit, it goes into the word Racha. Now you got what you call Ra'ai, Racha, which is Ra'ai in Hebrew means like evil or wicked spirit. You know, because you have different spirits out there. You have righteous spirits and you have wicked spirits, which they're all controlled and sent by the Heavenly Father. But depending on which spirit the Lord sends to you, man, you got to be aware of that. Okay? So anyway, this is the book of Luke 12, and I'm going to start at verses... I just had it on deck. Be readiness. No, it's Luke 12. Yep, let's start at verses Luke 12 and 8. What the hold on, man. I know I'm reading it. Give me 1 second. Matthew 10 and 33, 34 should be over here because it says that Yahweh Shai divides men. There you go. So this is the book of Luke 12, and I'm going to start at verses 49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what would I if it already be kindled? And the fire goes into these events, these world-shattering events, man, from the world wars to the nuclear destruction, to the race wars, to the, the turmoil, to the weather events, everything, the Lord is shaking this place up because he's creating a division. It says here, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straightened till it be accomplished? And when you go into the word straighten, goes into paths of difficulties, man. That's why the Lord said, enter ye at the straight gate. Okay, because we're getting ready to enter to some perilous times, and things are going to be real tough, man, especially for those of us that believe, because now you're going to have people, and we already dealing with it. You got motherfuckers coming up trying to persecute us, coming up to the camp, scoffing, gainsaying, trying to get us locked up, all types of stuff, man. And it says here, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. It says, I tell you, nay, but rather division. And what happened and what that guy was explaining to the police, that's a form of division, man. Okay, when you off your daughter and your grandkids, that's a spirit on you. He didn't even say why he did it. And I'm sure that there's a story out there floating in circulation, but he didn't even say why he did it. He just called and say, hey, look, I just killed my peoples. And believe it or not, those calls come in. That's not an uncommon thing, especially in today's age. Edomite, he have a hard day at the job. Jake got a promotion over him. This nigga just lost his trust fund. His wife is probably committing adult. Hey, Esau get off work and shit, he'll pour up, sniff his little cocaine, and then he'll go home and he'll put a bullet in everybody's head. And then he'll off himself. Okay, that's common among these Edomites, and as time progresses, you brothers are going to see the suicide rate get phenomenally high. Okay, especially when this economy collapses. Oh, man, those $1 million Edomites, oh, shit, you can forget about it. The Edomites that own the little small mom and pop businesses, they're going to be the first one to take each other out, man, because they can't deal with the hardships, because Esau he's not a strong man. Okay, he wasn't bred for adversity like Jake is, But anyway, it says, suppose that I have come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there should be 5 in one house divided. And that was the case with that. I think he said 6 people, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and listen to the video, but I don't want to continue to play it because by being children of all, Esau, Edom will flag the fucking video. But it says, nay, rather a division, and from henceforth there should be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. And the father should be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against our daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against our mother-in-law. Okay, so that's a clear indication of division, especially when the whole 2020 ordeal kicked off. Literally ties were severed overnight. The minute they announced lockdowns and, and mask mandates and all this other stuff, hey, people was like, you know what, if you ain't got the hokey poke, don't bring your black ass around here. I've witnessed, I've heard stories. You couldn't even go on certain relatives' homes because you didn't have that shit in your body, or you didn't have that goddamn cover up on, So this shit is getting real out here, and it's getting real dark. It's getting scary. And if you ain't got the spirit of the Lord on you, then hey, you out of here. Okay? So this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 1, and I'm going to start at verses 12. It says, seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves the destruction with the works of your own hands. Suicide, man. You know how in the Christian church they teach if you commit suicide, then you go to hell? That's not biblical. Because if you die, you go to the spirit world. But the Lord told us, hey, don't be seeking death in the era of your life, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be pulling the trigger on yourself because shit get hard. And at times, this truth will drive you crazy. At times, you feel like you want to give up the spirit. But not to the point that you want to off yourself. Hell no. But to the point you like, you know what? Just take me out of this shit. I'm tired of suffering. Because it gets unbearable. But with Esau, hey, he just go ahead and do that shit. Going back into when that stock market collapsed back in 2007 and 8. Oh, man, you had Edomites literally killing themselves, man, because they took a hit. You still got some Edomites that haven't recovered fully from that market collapse. So they was like, you know what? I'm going to end it. I'm going to go home and I'm going to put one in I'm going to even put one in the fucking dog just because. And then they end it because Esau he ain't trying to go to jail, man. Because that's exactly what they would have did. They would have locked his ass up or put him in some type of psych ward. you know. And if that was Jake, and Jake killed himself, the cops would have went over there and put 50 in his dead body just to say that they killed the man, you know, or Jake. But seek not, it says, seek not death in the era of your life and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands, man. You know, because no matter how bad it get for Jake, we got to continue to pull it through because there's a reward at the end. It says, for the Most High made not death, neither have he pleasure in the destruction of the living. Okay. It says, for he created all things that they may have their being, and the generations of the world were helpful, and there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. For righteousness is immortal, but ungodly men with their works and words called it to them. It says, for when they thought that to have their friend, they consumed to naught and made a covenant with it because they are worthy to take part with it, man, you know. But overall, man, Yahweh Shai created evil for sinners. You see? So next precept, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 2. And I'm going to start at verses. Let's start here. The last verse is really what I want. But let's start here. It says, for the Most High created man to be immortal, talking about the Israelite man, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. So, hey, he found death. He tapped into that left-hand spirit. He said, you know what, I'm going to kill everybody, including myself. And if this story is true, then, hey, I don't take him as a bluff. Okay, when Esau is going to do something to that magnitude, especially when it has something to do with killing and the sword, or you better believe Esau, he's willing to do it. Esau is willing to blow his top if he have to in yours. Okay, because Esau, he don't care. It's the devil. He has no moral. That's why the scriptures say that there's spirit in him that's not right, because the spirit of these Edomites is not upright in them. You know, it's not upright in them at all. You see, so let's go to 2nd Esdras, 14th chapter. And let's start at verses 16. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen should be there not after. For look now how much the world should be weaker through age, so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein, man. Okay? And this present evil, wicked world is just set to get worse, and eventually it's gonna fall. And when this place really falls, that's when the real fun gonna begin, so to speak. This is when people are gonna really start to show their true colors. And hey, you're gonna see a lot of division among households, man. Men are gonna be killing their wives left and right. And Keisha already killing her kids. And I was reading a story that this black woman, she had a stepson or adopted son or like that. She basically threw the little homie, I think dude was 4 years old, threw the little homie in the pool with his hands tied behind his back and drowned him, man. I'm like, the fuck, a little black boy. All because, you know, Keisha's the fucking devil. But we're going to see more of that transpiring as Yahweh Shai approaches, man. So with that, all praises and glory and honor is due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you were edified into the